Welcome to our Wednesday Moment of Hope. In the book of Acts, it talks about the early church, and it refers to not only what the early believers did, but also to their very nature, basically why they did what they did. And I believe there are some important lessons for us to follow today. It says they devoted themselves to the apostles' teachings and to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Selling their possessions and goods, they gave to anyone as they had need. In other words, the early church realized that becoming a Christian is not a one-time act. It's a lifelong journey. It takes spiritual growth, fellowship, prayer, sacrifice, and the sharing of compassion and resources to anyone who needs them. Now, upon honest evaluation, churches today are doing these things, but really nowhere to the level of the early church. We really need to step up our game, both individually and as the body of Christ, if we are going to have an impact in the world today, just as they did. For as the old phrase goes, people don't care what we know until they know that we care. That's really the question we need to ask ourselves. How much do we care? Do we care about God and others as much as the early believers did? Now that question may be a challenge to many people today. But you see, my hope comes in seeing that there are still people doing their best to live out these virtues. Now, one such person was a friend of mine who just passed away on Mother's Day. Jackie Burley. Jackie was the director at Protestant Family Service. Her love of God and her love of others was unsurpassed. She was constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly serving. And she influenced a multitude of others to do the same. Her witness changed lives and lives on. And my hope comes in knowing that there are others like Jackie out there who are learning and growing and serving. And as we continue to grow in our faith and become those same kind of people, we too will bring hope to the world. Have a blessed day today.